January 6th was not a protest. It was a violent, desperate attempt to destroy our democracy. First day in office, the president pardoned more than 1,500 individuals charged or convicted for being a part of the January 6th insurrection. These individuals do not deserve leniency. They deserve accountability. Our taxpayers' dollars should not be funding the salaries of criminals who try to overthrow our democracy. A former January 6 rioter, Jared Wise, was hired and is now working as a senior advisor for Trump's Department of Justice. He told those rioters to kill cops.
A gentlelady from California, Ms. Torres, is recognized for an amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise to offer an amendment and ask for the reading to be dispensed with.
Without objection, the reading of the amendment is dispensed with, and the gentlelady is recognized for remarks on her amendment.
Thank you, Chairman. My amendment would prohibit the federal government from hiring or employing anyone who was included in President Trump's pardon for January 6 insurrectionists who violently attacked the U.S. Capitol. On January 6 was not a protest. It was a violent, desperate attempt to destroy our democracy and an attack on the rule of law and our law enforcement. 5 Capitol Police officers lost their lives as a result of the January 6 insurrection, with over 150 officers sustaining injuries while defending the Capitol. And yet, on the very first day in office, the president pardoned more than 1,500 individuals charged or convicted for being a part of the January 6 insurrection. These are not law-abiding citizens. These are people who killed our officers, who injured our officers. They included those who were convicted of violently assaulting police officers. For those pardoned, dozens of defendants had prior convictions, pending charges for crimes including rape, sexual abuse of a minor, domestic violence, manslaughter, production of child sexual abuse materials, and drug trafficking. These individuals do not deserve leniency. They deserve accountability. And they absolutely have no place in working in our federal government. Our taxpayers' dollars should not be funding the salaries of criminals who try to overthrow our democracy. But that is what's happening in this administration, where a former January 6 rioter, Jared Wise, was hired and is now working as a senior advisor for Trump's Department of Justice. The guy who tried to kill our officers is now working for DOJ. Look at this. August 7th, 2025, this is an NPR article. This video shows Department of Justice official urging January 6 rioters to kill cops. This guy right here. He told those rioters to kill cops. He also, as our Capitol Police officers were being attacked, he referred to them as Nazis, called them the Gestapo. Not only was this caught on police body cams, he also admitted to saying that in his trial. which conveniently ended when Trump pardoned him. The federal government should not be racing to the bottom, hiring people who attempted to kill our law enforcement officers and attempted to kill our Republican vice president by hanging him. The federal government should not be employing people who try to overthrow our democracy and attack our institutions. And I urge my colleagues to support this amendment, and I yield back.
Thank you, gentlelady. The gentleman from Ohio, Mr. Joyce, is recognized to address the amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I oppose this amendment.
The gentleman from Maryland, Mr. Hoyer, is recognized to address the amendment.
To say, if the shoe were on the other foot, surely no one in this committee would justify the pardoning of people who committed treason, who led to the injury of over 100, perhaps 200 people, who led to the deaths of the officers to which the sponsor referred. Surely, we have not gotten so low that we rationalize insurrection. I will tell you, as somebody who was not on the floor, but was with both Republican leaders from the Senate and the House and Democratic leaders from the House and the Senate, that there was universal outrage and condemnation of all of the leaders that had been taken out of the Capitol. I have heard so little from people and their outrage at the actions of this president in pardoning criminal elements in our society, who committed a crime seen by all, who were tried. Many pled, yes, I did that, as the gentlelady said. And yet this Congress has remained silent. I don't mean each one of us individually, but the Congress collectively has done nothing to respond to this outrage. Why should anybody in this country who disagrees with the policies of this country and comes to the Capitol and is violent, breaks into the Capitol, and puts at risk the lives of all within,